podcast. Hey, welcome to the PowerTrip podcast. We're your hosts,
Charmaine
and Saquon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode numero 3.
What's up?
So, we are gonna, by the time you guys hear this one, it's gonna be Thursday.
Yeah.
We usually upload on Wednesdays, but we had some technical difficulties yesterday.
I'm still trying to get it up today, though.
Yeah, today's Thursday, honey.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But we recorded the whole podcast yesterday, and it was really good. And when we tried to save it, it just got deleted, so...
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yes. But anyway...
Couldn't let y'all down for too long.
Yeah, so we're back at it.
Yeah, but we just want to start off by just talking about our week. Because we don't want to fake a whole conversation, I guess.
Yeah, we don't want to just try to redo everything we did yesterday.
We just touch pointers and things like that. Y'all might not get the whole hour of...
No, I think it'll still be an hour because we can still have good conversation about it. We're talkers, especially you.
Anyway. But we'll start off with just, I guess, start off with the weather that we had earlier this week. Had a monsoon that came in.
Yeah, and for those of you guys who don't know what a monsoon is, basically it's a huge dust storm followed by rain, and it's like you may just think. What?
No, the monsoon is just rain. I don't.
Well,
is it actually a dust storm? The dust storm is part of the monsoon.
Yeah, I believe so. And because Arizona is a desert, there's a lot of dust. So once the winds start blowing, maybe it's not necessarily a dust storm, but it's heavy winds. And because Arizona has, because it's a desert, there's a lot of dust that's picked up. So it becomes a dust storm.
Yeah. And
it's not just an average dust storm. Like when you look outside, it's brown. And the weather is so harsh that trees are knocked over. There's been times in the past where people's jacuzzis have flown out of their yard. So it's not your average just storm.
Yeah. And
we even lost power until 1:15 in the morning. So yeah, it's not your average storm. But that was one night. The next day it rained, and today it's been okay.
Yeah,
it's cooler.
Exactly. We've been getting a little bit of break from the what we were getting to.
It was the high like last week. I think it was 114,
okay.
And typically it's been around 105. So it's been hot. So it's nice. It was nice to get some rain, I think.
Yeah, but it's a trade-off for some humidity though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't enjoy the humidity out here.
Yeah. So, okay, it was a haboob and then the monsoon. So.
Well, it could have, I guess.
Because the haboob is when all the dust is rolling over like that. I watched it do that.
Mm-hmm.
You could literally watch the cloud come over you. The monsoon is about precipitation.
No, I don't think it was a haboob. But it could have been. I don't really know. But I don't believe it was. But anyway, that was our weather report. Man.
Other than that, though, I guess we've had a pretty slow.
Yeah, it's been a slow week. We didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
You worked last weekend, right?
No, I didn't.
You were off last weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, so we just chilled. We just relaxed. Oh, you worked this weekend?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, okay. But yeah, so it was just really back. But one thing we did see on social media was the lady who climbed the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Now, I guess she was protesting against the immigration laws that are currently going on, which are crazy. All of these children being separated from their parents. But the thing that is funny It's just the way that she was on the statue. Like, she was laying there, relaxing.
Like she was
while
at home.
like she was just chilling while the cops were climbing up the statue to come get her.
Yeah.
But with the immigration, it's really sad. These children are getting separated from their parents. So basically, people are crossing the border illegally. They're not going through the process, through the paperwork to come here legally.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they get caught, they're getting sent to either, we looked it up, it was the detention centers or either foster care too, right? The kids.
Yeah, like temporary foster care or something.
Right.
Like
And the parents get sent to jail. So then the children have to go to court to determine whether they're going to stay or not. Most of these children are not fluent in English. They only speak Spanish, and they don't have lawyers. They don't even know what lawyers are. So I was reading, and it said that basically 100% of the children who don't have lawyers get deported back to Mexico or wherever they came from. And about half, like if they had lawyers, half of them would be able to stay, half of them still would get deported.
Yeah.
So it's really sad. And
what you think should happen? How you think that should be handled?
See, it's so tricky to me because I understand like there's rules and there's ways that you're supposed to do, go about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also understand why some people are leaving their situation. Like if you're in a really bad situation, you're trying to go somewhere where you could be safe. Like you don't have to be fearful, and you're trying to get your children out of that, environment.
Yeah.
So I understand the desire to leave somewhere that's unsafe and go, to where you can set up a better opportunity for your children.
Mm-hmm.
But then I still also get like, well, there's still a way that you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I don't really know the full process of coming here and getting your papers and, being able to stay here. But I don't think
what it is. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine, babe.
I think it's the money. I don't know. Well, I think it's the money and the waiting time.
Yeah, I'm sure probably the waiting time. Yeah. And then I don't agree with the way that they're separating children from their parents, and I don't agree with how they're keeping them. Like the detention centers, they look like kennels, like dog kennels.
Yeah, after we pulled it up and seen that.
The pictures, that's ridiculous. So I don't agree with that.
No sunlight in there. It just was.
Yeah, pitiful. But I mean, it's like the jail systems now. Mm-hmm. They really lock them up like animals. So
yeah, and the bad part is it's not the kids' decision to really do that.
Right? Yeah, they're just going with their parents, and I get to that with immigration, and there's bad apples, and then there's the good people. Mm-hmm. And how can you decipher whether someone's good or not? Yeah. So I get that too, but it's just sad that the people who really are looking for help, end up in that situation to where they're going to jail and then getting separated from their children.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. How we get on this?
We were talking about the lady who climbed the Statue of Liberty to protest the immigration laws.
Yeah. So that I hope they figure out how to
handle it a different way.
Yeah, it got to be another way to handle something like that. I mean, if you're going to lock them up, you're going to lock everybody up, right?
Yeah.
You might as well lock them up with their family that they came with, right?
Yeah, keep them together.
Yeah.
Keep them together because, I mean, their only crime it's not like they did something, harmed somebody, stole something. Their only crime was just crossing the border, trying to sneak in when they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, just trying to live a better life than what,
Yeah, their current situation is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, anyway, let's go on to something that, I guess we really, really wanted to talk about. Kind of between entertainment and news was Justin Bieber and the Haley girl, along with Ariana Grande and her, what's his name? Peter?
Davidson.
David something? Mm-hmm. One of them words.
So, quick engagements.
Yeah.
So, Justin Bieber and Haley Baldwin, they've been dating supposedly for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. And Ariana Grande and her significant other were dating for about a month.
Okay.
So, we were just talking, we were just thinking about that, and like thinking about quick engagements, and is there a time frame that you should be talking to somebody before you propose?
In my opinion, there's no set. Like, there's no actual set time.
Right. You can't say like, oh, after a year, that's when like, that person, it's real. It's okay to get married, and then your marriage will be successful.
Exactly.
There's no guarantee in that.
And just like every person, every relationship is different and unique in its own way. So you can't really put an exact time on it. I believe that it's kind of hard because I can't say I believe anything, but for me, I look at it as far as I want everything to just be on a nice little playing level. Like, I want to know how hard we both will work through problems that we both have, through how hard we work through our differences. I want to see things like that. I want to know what type of person you are.
Right.
I want to know how you handle tough times for yourself individually. This, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to get to know that person, their true character, because in the beginning of a relationship, things are usually like, that's the honeymoon stage. Things are going great. Yeah. You see all the great things in your partner. You guys are having a time of your life normally. And then when things are rough, and let's say one of you hit rock bottom, or like you're just stressing or issues arise, that's when true colors really come out. Exactly.
And think about, like you said, somebody might hit rock bottom, and the thing could be this person that hit rock bottom and they not respecting the other person in the relationship, or this person that hit rock bottom and the other person is not respecting them. You get what I'm saying? Like,
so, like, basically,
I'm just gonna summarize maybe not respecting, but
kind of don't respect them as far as like, because they're not being able to provide or do what they were doing before, or
I changed the word respect, but they won't look at them the same. Well, both sides. All right. So when somebody going through rough patches and they be going through hard times, some people have their ways of dealing with their issues.
Right.
And it could be not being necessarily respectful to the person that is there for you.
Oh, so taking it out kind of on that person.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know that somebody would do that until they get to a point like that.
Right.
Or it could be that because this person didn't hit rock bottom, the person on the other end of the spectrum could look at that person different, and not look at them as attractive or whatever the case may be.
It could change their vision of that person, that view of that person, because now they're not at that level they were when they first got together.
Exactly. And the last thing you want to do is get engaged, and maybe engaged is not being married, but it's still an investment, in my opinion. It's that decision. You're making a commitment. Exactly.
And basically you're saying you want to be married. This is just that step in between that time.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I agree. And I think also, there is no set time, like you said, babe. I think also, though, once, like in the beginning, there's certain things that you don't do in front of your partner. Like, like as a woman, maybe you don't pass gas or burp, or there's just certain things in the beginning of a relationship that you don't do. But once you guys have been dating for a while, you guys both get comfortable with each other, and things, certain things and certain habits start to come to play. It's even certain things we used to do, though. It's crazy. It's something that we used to do that I never did, like in the beginning, that we don't do now. Like what?
Like, walking in while you listening to music or something like that. We don't do stuff like that no more.
Walking in while I'm listening to music?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Walking in while you listening to music. You know what we say listening to music is.
What do you mean walking in, though?
Walking in.
The room?
Coming in. You don't realize what I'm talking about then.
I know what listening to music is, but I don't know, like, if we're listening to music, who's walking in?
Not we're listening to music. You're listening to music. You're sitting down listening to music. You know what I mean by that?
No. Whisper. Hold on, guys.
You remember?
Yeah.
In the beginning. Like, I never did anything like that. And I never thought that I would be doing something like that.
Okay, he's talking about, like, using the bathroom. So, like,
I didn't know
in
if
the
you was
beginning,
comfortable with
I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
He's talking about, like, in the beginning of our relationship, like, I was comfortable with just walking in if he was peeing, you know?
Nah.
Or even going...
Anything.
Well, yeah, I didn't really care. I was comfortable with walking in, but he was not, like, that was just nothing. I mean, I never did that with a partner in the past either, but I was just comfortable doing that with him. If I had to grab something, not like I'm going to be, I mean, I would talk to him too.
Yeah, you would do the talking. But see, me, I don't know. I think you doing it to me made me get comfortable with doing it to you. Then I wouldn't talk to you. You wouldn't catch me doing nothing like that. But you'll see me hold my nose and run in the bathroom, go get some or whatever. Or if I did have a quick question or something like that, blurt my question, I'm out. You know, I never thought I would do nothing like that. But we definitely don't do it now. So,
well, that's only because we still do. If I have to get something and if you have to give me something, you'll still pass it to the bathroom.
No, and most of the time you don't. Well, now we got our own bathroom, but you don't really do it now. When you do it now, you still being overboard.
Well, that's only because you always, like, you don't like when I do that. If you're going pee, like, you don't really care. If you're going number 2, you don't like me in there. So, yeah. But yeah, maybe TMI. Sorry, guys. But, there's just certain things with, like you said, every relationship is different. Yeah. So,
and things change over time. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's always something that I remember too. That was something I didn't like change. If we did something, if that was our, like, ritual, you ain't changing that. But I learned, to adapt, and
I think we all like that in a way.
Yeah, as you grow, things are going to change.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there is, like you said, basically we don't think there's a time limit on engagements. However, I do believe that you should be with somebody for a good amount of time to where you feel like you know this person. You feel like this person's dependable and, a good fit, and someone that you can see yourself spending the rest of your life with and making that commitment to, for real, like, for better or worse, sticking it out through everything. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we definitely didn't bring this up yesterday. But what do you think about family being an element to that?
To me, family is important. So to me, I do think, like, I don't think it's necessarily a deal breaker if you don't get along all the way with the family, depending on why. Like, if the family's just judgmental and they don't like you because either the color of your skin or the job you work, like, you don't meet their expectation, then to me, family's opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, because let me see. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, May, maybe.
What?
So, what I was about to say. Because, like, for us, right? 6 months in, right? That's pretty quick. For the beginning of our relationship, 6 months.
What, babe?
6 months, me and your mom relationship kind of like, right around the 6 month mark, just went down, right? That wouldn't have been the perfect. That whole gap, that whole period after that wouldn't have been a good time to do that.
Yeah, no, especially not for me, because I'm like, I love my mom and I love my family, like. And with that situation, it was just like miscommunication, I would say, and just like two alphas kind of going back and not going back and forth, but two alphas clashing. You and my mom both are like alpha personality. So at that time, it wasn't gonna work. So my thing too then was peace. My thing was like, you guys need a hug and make up, that's me. Like, Because for me,
I still can't believe you made me do that.
well, I don't care. You did. Well, I mean, but that shows something too, that you did it even though you necessarily didn't want to do it, but you did it for me. So that showed me something about your character and how much you love me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So to me, that's my vision, is for my family to, treat you like their own, and for your family to do the same with me. So that's what I would ideally want. Like I said, though, if my mom just said, oh, I don't like him because X, Y, and Z, and there's no real basis, like, that's not a good reasoning, then I would just have to say, like, well, this is who I love and this is who I want to be with, X, Y, and Z, and you can take it or leave it. And I think the type of parent you have, it will determine too. Like, some parents, they don't want to lose, being in their child's life. So they're going to either suck it up and either let go of whatever that problem is.
Yeah, if they realize,
accept it.
If they actually not realize, but they have to
like come to terms.
Kind of, but understand that your child not gonna be with somebody that's doing wrong.
Right. Understand that you raised your child right, and
exactly.
Yeah, like they're gonna choose the right, someone that's a good fit for them.
Although some people do get caught up in some wild stuff.
That is true. So what about you?
What
do you think about the family dynamic? Do you think that's important on, marrying somebody?
I think it's a big bonus. I really do. I think it's a really, really big bonus.
Yeah.
You know me. As the alpha male, I guess, type personality, always wanting to build my own empire and everything. I really, it was kind of like, I don't care. Like, it's a big bonus. Like, it's a bonus that I would prefer and I would try to fight for.
But it wasn't going to affect your decision if you wanted to marry me.
Yeah.
If you wanted to marry me, like, even if they didn't like me, that wouldn't have swayed you at all.
Yeah, like me wanting to, like I said all the time, like, you know how I said, one day I want to sit down with them, you probably take them out to eat one day, just, before I do all of that,
Engagement?
Yeah. But if I did that, and they said no, I'm going to do it anyway.
Right.
You just might not. Well, I'm not gonna say you might not be invited to when I do it or to when after or whatever. I don't know if I should actually, because you really don't support it. But I just throw it in the air for you.
Do you think it would even get there? Okay, so side note, my family loves him. His family loves me.
Yeah,
our families love each other.
It's not the
case. Right. But do you think if you were ready to propose and they said no, don't you think you would know beforehand that, like, you guys wouldn't have had a good relationship before you even asked them to propose? Or asked them to, for their blessing?
Do I think we would have been in a good spot, you saying?
No. Do you think, like, wouldn't you know beforehand, like, if that you and my parents already are not getting along? Because I don't see, like...
Okay. Yes. I see what you're saying. But sometimes, all right, this is the thing. People could not get along and you're not even doing nothing wrong.
Right.
So in that case, right? For me, I would still be the man about it. And since I'm going to do that, I'm still going to say something.
Gotcha.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't, like, and this is what I'm saying. I don't care about what you have to say about it. But being the man and how I feel about it, I'm still going to say something to you. Like, I'm still going to come to you and give you a chance to give me your opinion, talk to me, whatever.
Right.
I'm still going to do it. That's just how that's going to go.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But, like, I think about, like, cause yeah, now we all good. Everything all good. But, like, you remember years back when we was talking and I was saying how, like, things felt weird and I wanted things to be better. It was funny how I said it and nobody ever had to say nothing and then everything just changed. But during that point in time, it was kind of like, I don't know what would have been said.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a people hate me type thing, but it was still aftermath of what happened from the 6 months of our relationship. Which was crazy, actually. But it was aftermath from that, and I don't know exactly what would have been said if I would have went for it during that time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they would have said. I don't know. We weren't probably. I don't think we were ready,
no, we weren't.
and I don't think the relationship that your relationship with my family at that time was as strong as it is now.
Exactly.
So yeah, but now that you've been around them way. I mean, we're almost 7 years together. So yeah, this was in the first year of our relationship is what we're talking about. So
yeah, and like we spend the same amount of time with them now than we were then, but it's just like now I know. Like then I think they would question me about something. Like not exactly like I don't know what they would have questioned, but I think it would have been questions following my statement or whatever I'm saying. I
think so too, because at that point too, where you were in your life figuring things out with school and all this stuff, like I'm their princess, so they want to make sure that
they knew my plan, but they I was shaky a little bit,
right?
So
I mean, they just wanted to make sure. I think with any parent, like they want the best for their child, so they want to make sure that you're going to be able to provide that, even if you're not there right now, that you have a plan to get there and that you're working towards that goal.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And seeing that I'm helping you out and things like that, that's the other side. That I think they needed to actually see was like...
Yeah, they see that, and that's the thing that I think helped build your guys' relationship is they saw so many things that you did for me and so many things that showed that you cared about me, and that probably put them at ease and were like, okay, this is a good guy who, really loves our daughter and all of that. So talking about weddings, we brought this up yesterday when we were recording.
What?
The guy who punched...
Oh.
Okay, so there's a photographer from Turkey who was scheduled to take pictures of the bride and groom at their wedding, and he ends up punching the groom when he finds out that the bride is 15 years old. So we were discussing, like, what would you have done if you were in the photographer's position?
And mind you, we had a deep conversation about this yesterday.
Yeah.
So we were looking up things and everything. So I'm going to start off by saying we found out that it's illegal. So...
Right, because our discussion yesterday, we didn't know if it was a cultural thing or, granted, I didn't care if it was a cultural thing, but it came into play whether, Saquon was going to take the pictures or not. Yeah. Me, I said, regardless, I have to respectfully say I cannot do this. And also... The guy said when he looked at the bride, she looked like nervous or kind of scared, like she didn't really want to be there. We did see a picture where she didn't really look scared, but that's what the photographer said.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like if I see that and I like just a grown man with a 15-year-old girl, regardless, it just does not sit right with me at all.
What I think she was scared about? Because the picture you showed me. It looked like it's just like 4 people, the photographer, in the desert. I'd be scared of that right there. Why is it just 4 of us in the desert? Why?
Babe, okay, you're so dramatic.
I'd be not scared.
We don't know
not
the
scared.
Backstory of
not
why
scared, but
that.
It's nothing fun about.
But you didn't see anything. That's all we saw was just them. There could have been a whole.
Nah, I mean,
crew
and like you
them.
said, she didn't really look that scared.
No, she didn't.
She's probably just nervous.
Yeah, but I would have not taken the pictures.
Yeah.
What say you?
See, me, I said that in that country, if it was legal, if it was actually legal, and it was okay, and that was something that they did, then I would do it. I would
even
just take
if
the
you
pictures.
knew she was 15 before you
if
showed
I knew
up.
like I said,
because this guy didn't know.
Before
she was 15.
Yeah, if I didn't know.
No, if you knew.
No, if I knew beforehand, that doesn't sit well with me. So I'm gonna be like, nah.
You're not taking the job.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll pass that one. We don't need that money. But 9 times out of 10, you already paid me. So I'm gonna come here and you're gonna be expecting me to take these magnificent pictures of, this monumental time of
someone's
your life.
child. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if it's legal, but this is what they do. If it's what they do, you know, I just have to take the pictures and move on and get on with my life and just. You
think the money's worth? Like, are you doing it for the money, or
no,
are you
I'm
doing it because
doing
you respect the culture?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because they chose me to do it, and I know them choosing me to do it doesn't have nothing to do with that moral decision for them. You know.
But it doesn't matter what their moral decision is. It matters what yours is.
No, I get what you're saying, but they not looking at what they doing as wrong. It's just like somebody saying that you gonna go to hell for believing in Allah. Nah, it's what you believe in. I can't really, it's what you believe in. It's what you grew up on. I really can't really, I might not be okay with it, but I can't do nothing. That's what
you can do something. You're not stopping their wedding. You don't have to punch the groom in the face, but you can respectfully give them the money back and say, it's not for me.
But that's like going to a Buddhist wedding and I'm like, oh nah, this not my type of thing.
Well, you would know it's a Buddhist wedding beforehand, wouldn't you?
You don't know?
Why not?
What if they say I'm just having a wedding and they not telling you what type of wedding it is?
You ask for the details.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, what if they just telling you the landscape the layout of everything, how everything gonna be, and you get there, then it's Indian people everywhere. You not Indian people everywhere. I don't want to say it like that, but think about when we was walking through the Gaylord, like. You see something like that, then you're like, wait a minute, whoa, this is different. But you
think someone would not take pictures just because it's different? Just because it's not a traditional American wedding?
But that's what that is.
No, babe, okay.
I said, if they do that, listen.
But you can't compare,
just said
someone's ethnic wedding to a grown man with a 15-year-old child.
Like I said, if they do that in that culture, it's an ethnic thing. It's a cultural thing.
Well, you get
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's what he would do if he showed up to the wedding and then found out the girl's 15 there. Me, I'm walking away, giving him the money back. Like I said yesterday, I'm taking the girl to the side okay. Before I leave, what I would do is, be like, let me just take some pictures of the bride by herself. And then I'd be like, girl, wink twice if you need help. If you need to get out of here, I got you. Make sure she's good. And if this is a cultural thing that they want to do.
What if she turned to you and say, what you talking about?
I'm like, nothing, girl, nothing.
You still gonna take the pictures?
No, I'm out. I'm like, oh, nothing, girl.
Even if she's happy?
This? If she's happy, that's fine. That's your happiness. Have your family take pictures. Me, personally, I just think that is just sick. Like, if you're old enough to be my father, and I haven't even fully, I'm not even an adult yet, and that's just sick. Like, I can respect that it's your culture, so I won't karate chop the guy or nothing. But for me, I'm just gonna respectfully walk away, give you back your money, and call it a day.
And ruin.
I'm not ruining nothing.
No, you ruining their day.
I'm not ruining it. You blink.
So think about. Like I said, you go to her saying blink twice if you need help. And then she look at you and tell you, what you talking about? I'm happy. This is my biggest day of my life.
I'm like, congratulations.
Not if we didn't. Alright, you know how not excuse nothing. But you know how I used to say you talk white, right? Think about if
very ignorant.
Okay.
But go ahead.
But think about if you just making phone calls to some photographer out of state. You want them to do your wedding pictures. You've been talking to them for a month now. They get here. They're white. And then they're like, oh shit, I ain't know these is black people. And
be like, guess what? I don't want your racist self here anyway, spreading that bad energy, so you can get the step in, and I'm going to write on Facebook because someone will be willing to take my pictures in the jiffy.
Yeah, but that's going to...
get here right now.
No, they're not going to get there right now.
Yes, they will.
But that's going to ruin your whole...
It is. It's going to stress me out and ruin what I have planned, but guess what? I rather just take the family pictures that people are taking on their phones than have somebody who doesn't want to take my pictures be there spreading that negative energy over my day.
It's not necessarily spreading negative energy.
Oh, I didn't know y'all were black. Well,
no, yeah,
what?
I mean, but
highly melanated.
The only way they would say that if they was like you and decided to go up to them and say blink twice if something wrong.
Babe, no, they would determine that by walking in and look at me and seeing I'm black.
No, but well, you right. but to know that it's an issue, you have to say something.
Well, that's because she looked young, and he asked how old she was because she didn't look like a grown woman. Granted, there are some grown women who do look young, but I guess that's something that really didn't sit well with him. And I think, like I said yesterday, if you were a father, if you had a daughter, I think maybe you would think about it a little bit differently. But
I don't think
I still respect what you. I think so, because if you had a well, yeah, we did say we have nieces, so
yeah, I know how I would never want, like I said, I would never want them to have to deal with that either. But I look at that type of, and maybe I'm wrong for grouping these religions together or these cultures together. But when I think about the Islamic or Muslim culture, I think about women covering up their bodies and not be able to show hair or their skin in public. I don't think that's necessarily right. But if one of our nieces or one of our nieces or sisters decided to go, or cousins decided to go into that culture and be
but then that's their choice.
Yeah, and I still don't agree with it.
Yeah, but that's their choice.
Yeah,
this girl,
like I said, what if she happy?
Babe, okay, she could be happy, but she doesn't know any better. Her brain is not fully developed.
You can't say that if that's their culture. That's what they do. I can't
say it because, so I respect your culture, so I'm not going to make a scene, but I'm going to respectfully give you the money back and dip.
So, okay. So, your family member, though, they choose to kind of be part of something that you don't necessarily agree with. What you do when they coming around and what you do?
It depends. What is it?
Huh?
Like what?
What you mean?
Give me an example, because I there's levels to this for me. So what are they doing that I don't agree with?
Okay, so all right. So what if maybe they're not like that, but what if one of your nieces or cousins married into that type of culture and they knew about something that went down like that? And they actually went to the wedding. They went to the wedding and they celebrated with them.
That's their choice.
No, I'm saying, how would you feel about them, though?
I'd be like, you think that's okay? I would talk to them. I'd be like, do you think that's okay? And then see what they have to say. And then if they say, yeah, I would ask why. Because I would want to understand, I can't really fathom how someone thinks that's okay and that's acceptable. That's not our culture. That's not my paradigm. So my mind doesn't look at that and say that's the norm.
No, I get what you're saying, but if it is their norm, you can't.
I can question it.
You can question it
because I want to understand.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but needless to say, I'm walking away. Kwani's gonna stay. So let us know what you guys would do in the comments. A, are you staying? B, you punching. C, you leaving. Peacefully. Oh boy.
What else we have to talk about?
We were gonna talk about the either
we could talk about because we missed it actually. We should have threw it in early, I guess.
Yeah, but kind of went off.
So let's talk about the kids that got stuck in the cave.
Yes. Were they soccer players?
Yeah, I think so. They were
from
in
Thailand.
Yeah.
It was 12 young boys. And you said their coach.
Yeah, so I think what happened was they went off celebrating after a game or something like that, if I'm correct.
Probably a game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess they got stuck in this cave after it ended up flooding.
So the way you were describing the cave to me yesterday was that it's like a U-shaped cave.
Yeah.
So you have to climb down, and then you go down to like the bottom of the cave, and then you kind of climb up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing is, typically, I guess it would be okay to do that, but because it ended up raining while they were down there, it flooded.
Exactly.
So then they weren't able to get out.
Yeah, and they were saying that they were trying to teach the boys how to scuba dive and everything to get them out, and it would take 3 air tanks to get them like down and back up. Tanks? Yeah, 3 oxygen tanks to get them down and back up safely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, there was the divers went in and they ended up getting them, and they all came out safe. Everybody's alive, thank God.
Yeah, they had to have 2 guys to each boy.
Yeah, 2 divers to each child. That's crazy. That would be scary.
Yeah.
I would be scared.
Yeah. I want to know how they, like, we'll watch this later, but how did the soccer players survive in the cave?
Oh, yeah.
Because how long were they in there?
I don't know. I didn't really follow the story like that. You were telling me about it. But at least a few days.
Yeah, they had to be in there for quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to go over that because, you know, I'm kind of actually glad that they're out of that.
Yeah, because that's scary. And I know for the parents, too. Like, your child being stuck in a cave and you can't get to them, and you need divers and oxygen tanks.
It was weeks.
It was weeks? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
More than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. Without food. I mean, they had water, I'm guessing, but that's scary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. You see how they had to swim them out like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So, yeah. So good. It's cool that they out of that though.
Yeah. So, you want to say more about that, or you good?
Nah, you good.
Okay. So our main topic for this podcast is talking about how in our society today there's things made to enable bad decisions. And yeah, our example for that was out here in Arizona, there's a high school, and I'm sure other places as well, that's promoting that they have daycares for the children of teen moms.
Yeah, and yeah, it's enabling bad behavior in a sensitive society that's not actually putting consequences, and they're kind of making it to where consequences don't really, excuse me, but they don't play out all the way. Consequences don't play out the same way that they used to. So therefore, yeah, it is condoning bad behavior still, and you know, just a numbing society.
Right. So we definitely don't have anything against teen moms, and you know, we understand that for some people, like, it's not planned, accidents happen, we get that. However, I think personally that having a daycare, and also you said that there was like a banner on the school basically like promoting like, come to this school, like supposedly. We have the daycare. But to me, having a daycare at a high school is great because it allows moms who would have to either stop high school or do high school online to be able to continue schooling and have someone take care of their child while they're at school. Yeah. Then on the other hand, though, I feel like it sends a message, well, do what you know, have a baby, don't even stress, like, we got you, like, you know?
Yeah, do what you want to do.
Right, do what you want to do, and we have it covered here. So to me, it kind of makes it less of a, you know, I don't know, it makes a decision for a teen to have unprotected sex a little bit easier because they may think, well, if I do get pregnant, my school has this daycare, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think it sets up an unrealistic reality about what real life is outside of high school.
Exactly.
Because once you graduate, you're not going to have a daycare at your job. Some jobs do, but most don't. You're going to have to pay for somebody to watch your child. So I think it just sets young women up for an unrealistic reality.
Yeah. So I don't think this is it. That's not what I'm thinking about. But, and maybe this is partially it, but I think they're using it to certify students.
For what?
Like early childhood education.
What?
I think it's for early childhood education. So they're providing it and allowing the students there at the school
to watch the children?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Students accumulate more than 120 clock hours in early childhood coursework and more than 300 hours in hands-on classroom experience with young children.
So then is that the daycare for the students' children, or is that just a regular daycare for anybody's children? Because then that makes it different, honey.
Good question.
Oh gosh. No, but there are high schools with daycares for teen moms, though.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. He told me to drop by and check it out.
You saying he, like they know?
Well, yeah.
His coworker.
Yeah, it wasn't my coworker. It was
a customer.
Very frequent customer. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was a coworker.
No.
I thought you said it was Joey.
No.
Oh, but anyway, yeah. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that it would encourage teen moms to be comfortable with having a kid in high school if there's a daycare there? Yeah, or do you think it doesn't affect it at all? Because I think it would. I think it just makes it seem like, okay, I have a safety net.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you said, it's not conducive for the future. Like, I can't say that because it's not for everybody.
Right, we're just talking about in general. Like, we're not talking about, like, of course there's going to be people who, this happens to. They have, they get pregnant in high school, they have a child, but they work so hard and they become successful. We're not saying that that's not possible.
But there's also a lot of people that, and I'm not going to say that they don't make it out, but I have friends that had kids really early, and what I would say is that, yeah, they happy that they had their child, and they wouldn't trade their child for anything in the world, but I know that they would have waited and handled certain things differently. So, yeah. And I think that, like I said, having that there and promoting something like that, it takes away from a child,
second guessing their decisions or making better decisions.
Pretty much. They get the urge to say, "Oh, let me have one." Then there you go, because they're doing it now. Not now, they've been doing it, but it's just, like you said, it's a safety net. It's just allowing them to do whatever, and then like after that, it's just not like that. The real world is not like that.
Yeah.
You're not about to go to work and then they got a daycare attached to it for you. It's not about to happen.
Yeah, it's not that easy outside of high school.
So, but other ways, I think the number society and condoning bad behavior is businesses and customer service and things like that. Nowadays, you got people where, not to say that there shouldn't be power in the people, but it's too much power in someone's word right now, I think, to where you got people go and complain everywhere. They complain about anything, make scenes.
It's typically so that they can get something free or a discount or something like that. And
it's not even just that. One day, years ago, when I was at Aeropostale, though, the lady's like, "Hey, y'all got this? Let's check in the back." No, we don't have any more. The last one is on the mannequin. She made a scene for us to take it off the mannequin.
Well, I thought they typically take things off the mannequin.
Not all the time.
You have to make a scene for it.
No, but she made a scene because we wasn't doing it.
Because you weren't going to take it off the mannequin?
No, we wasn't going to take it off the mannequin. I think that's a lot to be doing.
No, it's not.
You know how...
You still got a shirt there. Like, come on now.
You know how difficult it is to take the mannequin off the whole thing that's sitting all the way. It's sitting all up top of all these clothes that you didn't set up from the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Listen... Take the shirt off the mannequin.
Because you got to move tables out the way.
Babe,
that's too much.
All right. I don't think that one's the best. I don't think she should have made a scene. I think she could have asked, can you take this off the mannequin? This is my size, da-da-da. Because I think I've had someone take something off a mannequin for me. When it was the last one, it was my size. They had other ones in other sizes, but that one was my size.
Yeah. Like, I've got...
You're just going to be in the thing.
Oh, sorry. I just got real hot. But I've seen things like, where if it's already on the floor or out the box, like, if you go to Best Buy and if it's the last TV, you get it, like, discounted.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it's already out the box.
Oh, you mean if it's, like, the one on display?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so well,
like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's not someone complaining for it. That's something
saying. No, I'm saying if it was already out on the floor and it's the last thing, I get that. So, but dang, I'm like, you taking the whole display, like...
It's a mannequin. I don't think that's a big deal. But as far as customer service, I do agree with you because there are situations where people purposely make a big deal out of something that's not big. Like, let's say... with your food, like you get your order and something may not be correct, like they'll make a big deal out of it and say like, oh, I'm about to get a free meal, or like you hear people say like, oh yeah, my mom knows how to get a free meal because let them mess it up, she will definitely let them know so that they,
You said they put too much salt on your fries?
Yeah.
Oh no, let me get my mom, we're going back up there.
Yeah. So I do
tell her Paul I saw them fries like that.
So I do think that businesses give in to complaints because they don't want the bad review. Yeah. And there's so much power in a review. Like, we make decisions off of reviews on what movies we're going to watch, to what places we're going to go eat, like just different things like that. People look at like the star ratings, or some people even read, and I'm one who reads comments on the reviews.
Yeah, and I hope businesses are listening. I don't go off people comments. I might go off the stars, and then
why do they care if you don't go off comments?
Because I think
people
no, I don't think majority of people read the comments.
Yes, they do.
I don't think
You'd
so.
Be surprised. You'd be surprised.
I would be surprised because I don't think people really just like for a hotel or something like that. I'll probably read comments, but like for my job, for instance, I won't read the comments to what they said.
Yeah, but you still look at the star rating, and at the end of the day, star rating is still someone's opinion on how your service was. So businesses don't want the bad review, so they're going to give in to customers so that they could give them a good review.
Yeah, but think about the one that is probably you got out of 5 stars, you see 3.5 stars, and then you go and you see all these negative ones, but you know what I'm saying? 3.5 stars ain't that bad, but
well,
I can understand how you would get to 3.5 stars if you had some negative reviews.
But that would have to be a good majority. So basically, with the reviews, it'll tell you out of how many people reviewed it.
Yeah.
So if you have thousands of people reviewing and you got a 3.5, it's like a 50-50 chance you might be good, or they might end up with some foolishness. Or a bad experience. But
you don't think a certain comment can hold more weight than the stars?
No, because if it's like a few people saying a bad thing about the place, and everybody else is saying it's great, it may be just maybe that day whoever was working there or something, like it was like not a consistent thing for that business.
Yeah.
But if you have multiple people saying the same thing about bad service, cold food, or whatever the case may be, then it's kind of like, no, this is consistent. This is something that reoccurs at this place. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
You know?
And I guess.
That's why I get, but I do think businesses give in too easily sometimes, but I understand why, because there's so much power in our reviews, the customers' reviews.
Yeah. And shoot, customers will put you up there if you ain't even registered.
They sure will. You know they get names,
business,
boy.
They'll register your business for you.
Yeah.
Just so they could talk about you.
They sure do. All right. So I am going to give you guys the health tip of the week.
Something small.
Yeah, this is something just light, just like some people may know it, some people may not. But my tip is just staying hydrated. And
you know
I
what?
typically...
Sorry for cutting you off.
You always cut me off. Hush your mouth.
But it's not light.
Hush your mouth. So, I usually recommend that I think it's a good idea to drink about half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you would aim to drink about 50 ounces of water a day. And if you eat fruits that have a high water content, like cucumbers, watermelon, cantaloupe, things like that, then the amount of water you need to drink will be decreased because, of course, you're getting the water from that and your body's going to absorb that. So I think it's very important to make sure you're staying hydrated, especially because it's getting so hot out now. And especially in Arizona, a lot of people end up with heat exhaustion and heat strokes because they're dehydrated and not drinking enough water.
Eat things like that. And I don't even count that stuff as water intake.
Okie dokes. But it is.
I know, but
I'm just stating that it is. So yeah. So my tip is stay hydrated. Staying hydrated will help you have clear skin because it's helping your body detox and get rid of all the toxins. It's just good for you overall. So make sure you drink your water, peeps.
What is it? How much of a percent is your body of water?
Pretty much like 80%.
Yeah. So majority.
Yeah. Yeah, everything. Like, water is so important.
And people don't drink water, believe it or not.
A lot of people don't.
Like, I've been noticing that. There's a lot of people that they say they don't like water.
Yeah, some people say they don't like the way water tastes.
I don't know what it tastes like.
Like, I can taste, the only, like, things I taste in water are, like, the minerals sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
like, spring water that's been sitting out for a while, I could kind of taste that it's been sitting out for a while.
Well, maybe you're tasting plastic because that's probably bad too. That's another tip I'm going to give y'all on this one is you want to try to drink out of glass, stainless steel, copper, because plastics, especially, been sitting in the heat, which most plastic water bottles have been. They leach some of the plastic fibers and phthalates and BPA into the water, and then that's what you're drinking. So if you can get filters for like your home sink so that you can just have water from the faucet, or try to get glass bottles or a cooler system in your home, so that way you can travel with like a reusable flask or hydro flask. So yes, that is the health tip of the week. And for the power trip of the week, we didn't think of one.
We didn't think of one, but what we just threw a little one out there yesterday because, see, we could have had the podcast out days ago, but
no, it would have been out yesterday because that's the day we uploaded. Thank you very much. We could have had it. It could have been done days ago.
Right. It could have been done days ago and ready for y'all, but she got on my nerves. She was just annoying.
You see how
when it came time to record, she was just doing the most.
You see how people blame others? I got on his nerves so he couldn't do the podcast. I was ready and willing, and I was talking, doing my thing. But he couldn't handle. He was just mad because he was just all over the place and not really talking and not being able to handle it.
How was I all over the place and not talking? The lies.
Anyway, he was power tripping. And that's why later on that day, he came up to me, hugged me, and kissed me because he knew he was wrong.
No, I didn't do it because I knew I was wrong.
Yes, you did.
I did it because, you know, the way you are is, if you don't think you did nothing wrong, then you keep walking around like you got attitude and everything. That's why I just came to you laughing, because I had to take a nap to...
Oh, please.
I had to take a nap to calm
I
myself
was in there listening to my smooth R&B, cooking us some dinner. I was great, smiling, happy as can be.
Yeah, but that's how I know, because you went in there, turned the music up loud. Don't even listen to music that loud.
Babe, yes I do. It was on my phone. It was
not on the regular. Loud. You don't listen to it.
Yes,
that
I
loud.
do. He's so dramatic. When he has an attitude, he thinks everything's I'm doing.
No, that's
different.
You. When you have an attitude or think I have an attitude, the way I'm talking right now, what are you doing, Lot?
He tried to come up and he hit himself on the chin. Anyway, so basically he was power tripping, and that was our baby power trip of the week. But let us know if you guys caught anybody power tripping, or if you yourself got caught power tripping. Let us know below.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know everything. Let us know what you think about the quick engagements. When is the good time to get engaged? How long do you think you should be engaged? How do y'all think that family play a big part in it? And when you should get engaged? What else did we talk about?
Let us know too about the customer service. Have you guys been guilty of taking advantage of customer service of businesses? I would say, did I ever?
You said, have you been taken advantage of?
No, have they taken advantage of the business? Because they know if they complain, they get a little something.
I don't think.
No, you're not. I would be more. No, but see, I don't take advantage. But listen, I will speak up for what is right. Yeah, and if they mess up my stuff, I'm gonna speak up. I don't expect the discount, but
yeah, for you is speaking up for what's right and borderline complaining.
Well, listen, sometimes things need to be heard, because I'm very polite and nice, and if you mess up something, and
you'd be like, babe, you see the smoke coming up out of yours? That mean that mine's just been sitting there for a little bit. Like, is it hot? Yeah, it almost burnt my tongue, but...
No, you're a lie. Okay, see? Now Mr. Dramatics over here is trying to make us up. I would never.
Yeah.
My food, if it was ice cold, I would be like, babe, there's ice chip in here, and your food's smoking hot. That means my food was sitting there for 3 hours while they're cooking your food. Then I would say something.
Nice.
But anyway, guys, this is the end of episode 3. We hope you enjoy. Honey, let them know where they can follow us.
Follow us. Well, follow us on. It is not that funny that you snorting. Relax. Don't plug me like
Don't
that.
Now you're showing out. End of the podcast. No. Go ahead.
Because you
go ahead.
Took it a little bit too far.
No.
But
trying to call me out.
Ain't nobody trying to call you out.
Go ahead, because Kai needs us.
Mac. I said plug.
I said snorting.
Oh. But anyway,
follow us.
Please follow us at SoundCloud, Instagram, YouTube, all at the PowerTrip Podcast.
The PowerTrip Podcast. You said it kind of fast, though.
Yeah, all together. If you're on YouTube, though, PowerTrip is together. But anyway, it's not that important. What you laughing for?
Babe, come on.
Also, we like to get, if y'all have questions for us that y'all want us to talk about here on the podcast, anything, you need advice, you prefer to reply or give us your insight or opinion, send us an email at thepowertrippodcast@gmail.com.
Alrighty, until next time, have a blessed day, everyone.
Alright.
Peace.